one day I was just moving around Stockland. For those ones who are in Townsville, they may know where Stockland is. It's almost the center in the center of Townsville, not actually in the center, but it is the center of Townsville where at least so many activities taking place in that place. So many people, you can find so many people. There are a lot of malls, supermarkets. There are a lot of things. It's a busy place. So I met this one person that I got on in Stockland. I went for shopping and then I was waiting for someone and then I got this person. Then I said, "What are you doing here? Did you come for shopping?" Said, "No, I didn't come for shopping. I'm just coming to pass my time. I've been moving, driving just around the center, driving around just to pass time so that time can go, so that night can come very fast so I can go and sleep." Because here really there are people going through a lot of things, so you can't really go into details about, because that person is staying by himself. And also another day I got someone from another continent, from US, on TikTok. We were on TikTok live and was saying the same thing. She was just moving in the malls, going to try out clothes and trying and try just to pass time. It's very hard really to just move like that, wandering, just there's nothing that you're doing. It is so, and my heart really broke because, if you're staying by yourself and you're on alone, it's really very hard. But one thing that I could really share with those people, because that day when I was live with that group, I also shared with them. I said I'm offering an online business that you can get trained. You see, this online business can give you company because we have a global community, and also we have the training that can keep you busy. And instead of just moving, meandering, just doing nothing, you can be building something for your own self, for your family, and for your children. Or maybe if you don't have children, but for your future, maybe you're thinking of retirement, or maybe your extended family, that could be really something you're doing great. My heart really broke because that was not the first person I'm hearing. That was not from the same person I'm hearing the same statement. I had this from someone who was within here in my city, and I had it also same thing from someone in US. We were on TikTok live, and that really touched me because if you're really by yourself, it is not easy. But do you know you can keep yourself busy? You can be able to do something that can keep you busy and something that can really excite you. With a global business community, you find people in different time zones, because some people are in the night, others in the morning, others, but our system works best with anyone. So if you have that time, that you have the time but you really don't know what to do, that could be the best thing for you to explore. Keep yourself learning and creating wealth at the same time. You learn something and you're creating money at the same time. So my message to people who are staying alone and really feeling, because that loneliness, I know it can go beyond that just moving, because it can bring anxiety, it can bring stress, it can bring a lot of things, it can bring heaviness in heart. So instead of just doing that, it is very good to do something creative. I know there are so many activities, maybe community, but community activities are also not every day. But with the business, you can involve yourself every single day if you want. Every single day, after work, before work, whatever, keep you very busy. So that was actually not what I was going to talk about, but that thing really broke my heart, and I said I'm going to share about it online, because some people can find this message and think what maybe they can share with someone who is going through that situation also. And I know so many people go through different situations, so it's good when you find something that could that can help that person. Please share with them, because that will really help them cope and also be able to change their lives. So it's very important. So I was going to talk about my life before starting the online business. So before I started my business, my life was really with a lot of stress because I did not know what is going to happen. I don't know what the future is going to be like. I don't know how I'm going to, you know, help my children. Will I be able to finish them their education? Will I be able to how will their future be? How will my own future be? It was filled with worry and, you know, thinking. I was present sometimes in the house. I said I was working far away from home at that time, and the moment I come home, when I see my children, and I became more absent because my thoughts, my heart was not there. My thoughts were thinking, how will I manage these kids? How will I manage their education? Will they finish their universities? Will I be able to manage paying it? Yeah, they have the dad, but all of us together, how are we going to make it come to pass? It was a lot of worry, a lot of fear of the unknown, what is going to happen. Now, worse when I lost my job. That was the worst moment because the little hope that was there was not there anymore. And I lost my job not because contract ended. There was something happened to me, and I just left my job for like 3 months, and then yeah, my contract got terminated, and I was just saving my life. So after that moment when I lost my job was the worst moment because the job I was having was no longer there, and the kids are still very young. My youngest that time was still 4 years, 4 or 3 years, 3 years, and the elder one is doing very well at school. If I see her performing well, and I think of what am I going to do to make these kids stuff or do finish their education, that was the biggest worry, that sometimes they can speak and you don't listen. And I know if some parents who go through some things like that, if they can relate to that, because there are moments when you're present but you're absent, because the kids can say something, ask something, but you never pay attention because you're thinking so many things, 100 reasons, questions in your mind that you don't have the question to, the answer to. But one thing that I love is that, you know, worry did not change anything. But when you just be positive, try to hope that things are going to be well, things are going to be okay, and also trying to find out if there is any possibility to do something. That was the most thing that helped me, because after draining myself in worry, in thinking, it never changed. So I shifted the mindset. I started thinking positive. I started doing something that makes me happy, and that's singing, dancing. Those things makes me happy. So that was when the thought of going back to my emails to find about this business came up, and then I got started. So I know so many people when go through so much, but I just want to say that anything has a solution. Everything has a solution if you give yourself a chance to try, if you give yourself a chance to to overcome yourself, your fear. I for those who watch my morning videos, I shared uh, um, about my struggle before I started this business. But that does not, it's not, I was not sharing just to be sad or what, but those are stepping stones. Those are things that when I look back onto them, it gives me more energy. It energizes me to even do more and to go further, because uh, there's more ahead. There's more ahead. So whatever you go through, whether it is sickness, whether it is whatever, anything, there is a way out. There is a solution for it, that somewhere, it will happen. If you think positive, don't concentrate on the negative part of that thing, whatever that it is that is not good. Don't concentrate your mind on it. Think on the opposite side of it. Think when things will be good. Okay, how will you feel? How will you celebrate? Who are you going to tell your excitement, your good news that happened? Who are you going to tell first, and how are you going to say it? How are you going to feel? Those kind of things. You started feeling excited. Faith, I love the definition of faith, that faith is the evidence of things that are not seen. It's the evidence of things that are not seen. It's the evidence. It doesn't make sense. Faith does not make sense. And if you get excited in a very difficult situation, that is faith, because it doesn't make sense for you to be happy when things are not okay, but that is actually the solution for it. That is actually the way out on how to get out of that trouble that you're in. So my life was so heavy, was very with full of fear, with full of doubt how things are going to be. But I'm so grateful that that thought of just getting out of the negative thoughts, getting out of the negative mindset came into me, and then that shifted my life. That was when I started thinking, oh, let me do this business, let me do these things, let me do that, let me go. But I did a lot of things at that moment. And that helps me a lot. You know, at that most difficult moment when I started the business at that time, and then what I went for theology, I did a theology course, a certificate in theology. I went and did a certified diploma in marketing. Marketing and website development. I did a lot of other small courses at that moment when I was not working, and that was the most hard moment when things were not okay. But you know, most times the tough times comes with the, you know, with opportunities that sometimes is hidden. If we are not very sensitive enough, we can't figure out. So in that moment, I did a lot of things. I was at home, I was present. I started change. I learned a lot from this online business. I put my effort into it, and that became the change that became the first time in my life that I feel myself, that I believe in myself, that I trusted myself, that I went into doing something that nobody else believed that I could do, but I did it. And that's the online business. So it was the most time of realizing my own self. It was the most time that I realized who I am and what I am worth, because no one can define your worth. So I was able to define my own worth and know what is mine, what I can do, what I cannot do, where I can go, where I cannot go. It was a moment for definition. And it was all when I got this online business, because it was that time that I got to learn about mindset. I learned about mindset. So many things. My mindset was really, really so bad. My mindset changed on so many things, and I started believing in myself more. I started trusting myself. I started taking steps. If I say I'm going to do this, I'll try my best to do it. So it was a moment of growth. It was a moment of change. So I just share my life story to inspire so many, because I know that so many people go through difficult situation in one way or the other, but that is not your end. That could be the defining time for you to think of what else can I do? What else is there in my basket that I don't know that I can be able to do and lift me up? You know, many times our elevation comes in situations when we didn't understand and doesn't make sense. It looks like it's coming to destroy us, it's coming to, you know, let you down, but actually that is not. It is the moment for you to define yourself. It's the moment for you to take a new step. It is the moment for you to, you know, have a look and say, oh, how grateful you are for what happened and all the mistakes that happened that you learned out of it. If you didn't learn from your mistake, that could be the moment to revise what happened and see where the error came from and where you can improve. So next time when you do certain things or something like that, or maybe something similar, so you can not fall into that same struggle, so you can be able to change. So I really love, sometimes it is not easy to say that tough times comes to change you, because when you say when you're still going through that tough time, you say, oh, you have a bad heart, but that is actually not. Tough times come to redirect us, to change our lives. Guess what? If I didn't lose my job, I could not start this job, I could not start this business. Maybe I could have not moved to Australia. Maybe I could have I could have not done a lot of things. Maybe I couldn't have finished my degree. Maybe I didn't do this other marketing course. I did not do a theology course, because these are the two things that I was really obsessed. Even up to now, I am obsessed of two things: technology and the Word of God. These are two things in my life that I am so much obsessed about, to learn about every day, learning about these technology things, and learning about the Word of God every day. So these are some of the things that help us to change our lives. So if you are going through at the moments where you don't understand what is happening, and sometimes you don't know what is happening with your own self, these are the moments where you can be able to make a change in yourself, in your life. You can make that change that can change your own life forever. And just one decision can change so many things in your own life. One decision away can change so many things in your life. So I am so grateful to share this with you. And I don't know if you know someone who just staying by him or herself and doesn't have much to do. That could be an opportunity for that person to really explore this online business, so that it can keep them busy and also at the same time building wealth at this moment. But also not forgetting busy parents who really so tired. I was speaking with one of my ideal customer, and she was telling me Sunday, because I said she registered on one of my ad on TikTok, and then she I sent her the video training. She sent me her email, and then I sent her the video training, and she said Sunday I didn't get time to watch the training, because when I come home I am so tired. My body is so tired. I couldn't do anything. I say to her, I really understand the situation, because when you're tired, you're tired. You can't do anything. Even talking to someone becomes like another job. You don't need what your body needs is just the rest. But I told her that actually this is why you needed this business, because until when do you think you will continue with the same situation like that, when your body at this moment is already tired that you can't do anything more? Guess now the next 5 years, the next 10 years, the next 20 years, because we are here to stay, what is going to happen? Don't you think that continuous pain that can create something else? Why don't you just start up something that will lift up that situation slowly? As you keep working, maybe for 1 or 2 years, or maybe less than that, even your business can be able to grow high, and then you decide if you can do your job part-time, or you can be able to do your business full time. I said, exactly, Sunday, this is what I need. But just, I don't know how I can watch. I said, just just offer maybe a weekend, or maybe after work time, that even if you're tired, try to just say, today I'm going to watch this training. I'm going to see what is inside. If it is something that suits me, and then I can be able to, I said to her, even you can call me, we can have a chat, so you can have an understanding of what it is like, and then when you have time you can watch it. And she said, exactly. So we are making a call very soon, and I know that she is going to start the business and be able to change that situation. Because if you're tired of working long hours, you work many hours and still things doesn't work. It's like you're not working. The money is just going like flying with wings. It doesn't stay, doesn't hold water. You know that, because it's actually you spend more time, more of your energy, but you get a lot, yes, but there are so many bills. What if you can be able just to relax at home, do your, not just staying, do your family things, take care of your children, and keep running your business at the same time? Maybe you can just run both of them at the start, until when the business pick up and it's already running well, and then you can decide whatever that you want it to be, if you want to run the business full time, or you wanted to keep your job, and then that is okay. Because if you have to think about your health, which is the most precious gift, that it doesn't have a spare part, you don't have a spare of life, that after finishing this one, then I'll get up the other one. No, you have just one life to live. And remember, you also don't just survive, you have to live your life. that having time for your own self, time for vacation, time for what. But all that is exchanged to money, and money sometimes is not enough. If you now need all that, maybe you work 24 hours, which your body will not allow that. But starting up the business on the side and be able to earn from the business and from your job, and sometimes the business take off, that is you're earning more than from your salary, and then you can decide whatever that you wanted to do, because your health is a priority, your life is a priority. So this business actually is created to help people who are having this struggle of working long hours, wanting to have more time, and also at the same time have more income. So this is why this business is made so easy, flexible for anyone. So no one is left out. Even if you have no skills, you're still taken in because of our training, because of our mentorship, because of our coaching programs, our tools which are ready. Everything is very easy to for anyone to do. That's why we find grandpas, grandmas in this business who are older. Older than there's the one who is 85, 86, I think this year, 86, and she is running this business. Imagine her life, and she's changing a lot of lives. Now she has a lot of programs that she has her project for widow, for old, not only for widows, but old women, old men. She's helping them with food and some clothing and some necessary needs that they need. She provides for them, and she gets that from her business. And that is a very big project that she thought of doing it when she was still working and she was still young. She was not able to do it because working and you have family, the money all go for bills, and you're left with none. So now she got the time in her late years that she was able to do her dream activity that she loves to do to help the needy. And this is one of the exciting things that really, when you see the thank you, the gratitude from people that you help, it's really so amazing. So what are you waiting for? If you had these sad stories that I just shared, maybe this morning, maybe, yeah, we have a training that is we are offering for people who wanted more, people who know that they want more, ambitious people. These are driven people, life driven people who wanted more for themselves, who discover that they deserve more. This is for you. Those people who are ready to put the effort, the energy, the time to learn and be able to do their best for their business, to change their life so they can have the money they needed, the freedom. It's not only about the money. Money is not the freedom, but the freedom that you can be able to do the things that you want at your own time, wherever you want, whenever you want it. That is the most precious gift. So check it out. My website is on the screen, but if you can just connect with me and we can chat on how you can be able to start your business. Today it's possible. If you say that Sunday, today I want to start the business, yeah, it's possible. We can start it straight away because it is just like this. Everything is working 24/7. So check out, and until now, we'll connect tomorrow for another episode. And I'm so grateful for those ones who are watching right now, and thank you for those ones who will be watching the replay. God bless you. Kindly let me know where you're watching from, and let me know if you have any question concerning this online business. God bless you. Have a beautiful time. Bye.